Guys, today we'll see OOPS concept. What is the basic concept of class and objects? So what are the stuff with the real world, and what is the object oriented programming structure concept, object, classes, and then we'll see abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, and polymorphism. These are the features of OOPS. So let us have a glance over that. Now, what is object? Before understanding object, let us look at this image here. Real world complex systems like human being, the structure of plants, the earth and the solar system is highly complex. So what about the software? What complexity in that? Okay. So look at here, what is object? It's very simple one statement you find in a book that object is an instance of class. But that is not sufficient to understand. Every object is having SBI. What is SBI? Look at here. SBI. So SBI stands for state, behavior, and identity. So an object must have some state and some functionality, I mean behavior, and it has some unique identity. Then we can say it is object. An object is a tangible and or visible entity, something that may be apprehended intellectually, something towards which which thought and action is directed, something that has crisply defined boundaries, etc. So we can say an object is an instance of class and it must have SBI. Okay, and so next is the object examples. Look at here. As I said, object having some state, some behavior, and then identity. See, so we can say state some shape and size is there. Behavior is what? It rolls. And identity, as we know, it is a unique among all kinds of ball, right? Okay. Next, what is class? We can say class is a set of attributes and behavior. So every class is having some attributes, some behavior, I mean some functionality. And a class is a set of objects that share a common structure and a common behavior. A class is basically a template for which a particular type of objects are created. It is having a state, behavior, and these methods are exposed to external world. So anyone can call these methods through an object of that class. Look at here, this vehicle class. This vehicle class is having, like, let us say bus, truck, okay, car, flight, okay. So we can say, as I said, the class is having some behavior and some property. So vehicle is also having some property, like we can say it is having some engine, wheels, okay, seats, and there is some body, okay. Now, what is the functionality of this class? It is, say, start, stop, move, accelerate. Okay, horn. These are the functionality of the class. These are the methods of class. Now, there are different category of vehicle here. Even all, it is having some category. I explain you in details, and then I'll tell you what are the features of OOPS concept. So look at here. Let us talk about a class. We are having a class, say, vehicle. Now we can categorize this vehicle into two, like automobile and here we can say main or animal driven vehicle. Now let us expand this hierarchy only. Here we are having some class like consider car, bus, truck. Okay, let us say I have a bike. So we can say vehicle is a class here. So every vehicle is having some properties. What property? It is like, say, wheels, okay, engine, body. What is the behavior? Start, stop, move, accelerate, horn. These are the behavior. So we can say there's a number of stuff, like let us say here property. Also we can say characteristics, attributes. All these are same. Here we can say in some language we call it function, we call it method, procedure, routines, all are same. Now here we are having automobile, here we are having vehicle, and here is a car and all. So what do you think? What is object here? Here there is no object. All these are class. So this is your class. But it is again having two another category. One is the automobile, second is the main or animal driven. So I can say this is the subclass, or sometimes we call drive class. In this case, vehicle will be the superclass. So I can say this is what? Superclass. Now again, car, bike, bus, truck, these are what? These are the again subclass for this guy. This is called subclass. But for car, bike, bus, truck, this will be the superclass. Then what is object? Car is not an object, bike is not object, bus is not object. Object is what? As I said, Object must have a SBI, state, behavior, and identity. So let us talk about Volvo. Okay, and then we can say some bus name like 907, 407. These are the bus name. So this is what object. These are the object. In the similar way, like car, consider say I have a Mercedes Jane I-20 something. So these are the object. So we are having some identity. We are having some identity here, right? Here we are having identity. Okay, Volvo is the bus. So Volvo is the one identity. Having some shape, color and all. Some state is there. Some size is there, right? And it is having some functionality. Whatever the functionality, it is supported by the vehicle, right? So I hope you understood the difference between the object and class. In the case of bike, we are having say Splendor, Glamour, Pulsar. These are what? Object. In truck, similar we can say LP something, Shaktiman, kind of some trucks are there. So this is the object. So I hope it is very much clear to you. So we will proceed towards the features of OOPS. Look at here. First is abstraction. So basically there are four features of OOPS. One is the abstraction, second encapsulation, third inheritance, fourth polymorphism. If you look at this abstraction, defines as the process of exposing the essential details and hiding the non-essential details. So it basically highlights the essentials part of the object, and the abstraction could be different for different users. If we talk about one, say some plant and all, some rose plant and all, okay, botanist can see in a different ways. Same object can view different in a lab. Same object for a poet, it is a different. Consider you have some television. So if you want to purchase television in the some showroom, what you will see? You will just see the screen. You will just see the screen like whether it is oval, flat, and what. You will see the sound quality. You will see the picture quality, remote and all. Not more than that, right? You are not going to see what are the internals in the that television. But if we talk about one engineers who repair the television if it is not working, he will see what? He will not see picture quality and all. He will just see the damaged part of the television, that what part is getting damaged and how it has to replace and all. So it is abstraction for engineer, it is different. Abstraction for you, it is different for the same television. So abstraction vary person to person, individual to individual for the same object. Next, encapsulation. Encapsulation means it is the data hiding, or we can say hiding information. If you look at this image, whatever the circuits you are having in your computer, it is hidden from you. It is not exposed to you because you are not required for that. Okay. Similarly, in the television, what are the circuits? It is hidden from us. We are not have a work with that, so it is hidden from users. So similarly, if you have some kind of data, you can hide it, and that is what information hiding is a encapsulation. How we can hide, we'll know in the session. We are having certain accessibility in Java technology, we'll use that. Next is inheritance. So inheritance is what? Just now I made this kind of hierarchy, that vehicle, land vehicle, water vehicle, air vehicle. Okay, so it is having some features in the subclass, inheriting from the superclass and making a new object. Okay, now, so what we can do, creating a new object from existing one is a kind of inheritance. Creating a new class from existing class is a kind of inheritance. It could be single inheritance, it could be multiple inheritance. But in Java, multiple inheritance is not supported. Now, so we can have a concept of base class, drive class. So let us say I have one class. So, and then we are extending in some other class. So in that case, we can call the first one is a base class and second is a drive class. But in Java, we call it super, and here we call it sub. So superclass and subclass. So superclass share the features among all the subclasses. So whenever we making a subclass, it means we are implementing a feature called specialization. Let us say another concept. Two classes there, and there are some common properties, and we are extracting and making one superclass. So this is called generalization. Now next, polymorphism. As you know, poly means many and morphous means form. So it is having many form. So an object which is having many form, an object which is having many form is called polymorphism. And we can say that an object which can react in a different situation differently is a polymorphism. Just talk about automatic washing machine. It is having two mode. Let us say dry mode. We are having dry mode and wash mode. So if I say dry, it dry the cloth. If I say wash, it washes the cloth. One object working two different stuff. This is what? Polymorphism. In Java, we create object and that object is working differently in different circumstances, then we can say it is a polymorphism. There are two ways to implement polymorphism here in Java. One is the overriding and second is overloading. So this is one and this is two. We'll know what is overloading and overriding in details in the next coming session. Now next, look at here the polymorphism example. We are having save as in Windows platform. So sometimes it is saving as a Excel, sometimes saving as a Word, sometimes PowerPoint, etc. Okay. Now oops in Java, abstraction and encapsulation. So look at here. We are having some this is a one class like customer class. Here I have a two private members. So these variables or property no one can access directly because it is a private. The area of this value is from here to here only. It cannot access outside. Then how we can retrieve the value? Okay, we are making a method for this, setter method and getter method. So setter customer name and getter customer name. So with the help of this getter and setter method, we can store some value to the customer number and we can retrieve value from the customer number. So this guy will help me to store, this guy will help me to retrieve. So all this setter method call mutator and all this getter method is called accessor method. So two different type of methods are there which we can use.